Tags. Today we're talking about tags in Pokemon Go, the most useful ones because they are a valuable asset to organizing your storage. Tags were introduced a couple years ago and they've been essential to my gameplay, allowing me to quickly search through my storage, clear out all my Pokemon really quickly find a Pokemon I might need, which saves me time and gives me more gameplay time to catch shinies, hundos, all that stuff. You know why you're here. Let's get right into it. Okay, first of all, how do you even create tags? First of all, you're gonna come to Pokemon tab and you're gonna scroll over to tags. This is where you can see all your tags. Bottom left, you can go ahead and create a new tag. Now you can give the tag a name, really name it anything. I'm gonna name it Goonies. We're gonna name this tag Goonia. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and create that tag. Now, once you've created the tag, you can come to the top right and you can change some things about it. You can change the color of the tag. There's only 8 colors, which kind of sucks, but we have 8 colors. At the bottom, you can delete tags and you can go ahead and click done. When you're in the tag, you'll have the option to obviously do the regular searches and stuff, but in the bottom left, you can go ahead and add Pokemon to a tag. That's not the only way you can add Pokemon. You can also come into a Pokemon, click the bottom left here and go ahead and tag and add it to your tag. For example, we can add this Phantom to the Goonies tag, or you can even long hold on a bunch of Pokemon here and add them to the tags in that method. So we can add a bunch of Pokemon here to the Goonies tag if we'd like. Now they're all in the Goonies tag. You can also search tags if you go ahead and put a, what is that even called? Whatever that thing is called, a pound sign, and type in the tag Goonies, for example, you'll see the Pokemon in that tag get searched. So it's really great for searching and stuff once you've organized your Pokemon to use that. What are the best ones to use in my opinion? My number one is the Mega tag. This is all my Pokemon that I'm gonna go ahead and Mega Evolve my main active Megas. Now, I am kind of greedy and I like to have hundos of every single Mega. I haven't completely finished this collection. Most of these are level 50 hundos, Megas. You'll notice a Greninja in there because I'm crossing my fingers for Ash Greninja, but this is my Mega tag. So if I ever need a Mega Evolve Pokemon, this is where I'm coming in, or I'm going and I'm searching, Goonies. I'm kidding. Mega. Show me all my Megas, etc. However, there's another version of this tag. I've actually deleted it, but a Mega level up tag. Now, if you don't know, when you have a Pokemon, for example, this Charizard, oh, you actually can't Mega Evolve I didn't know that. You can't Mega Evolve this, what is this called? A clone Charizard? Oh, no, wait, you can. For example, let's look at this Charizard here. Now, this Charizard is a max level Mega, but it wasn't always. It was a base and it was a high level. And the way you level up Megas is by Mega Evolving them every day. So I've had a level up, Mega level up. You can call it like MG level plus. And then in this tag, I'll go ahead and add Pokemon that I want to Mega Evolve every single day to level up. Right now, I have literally none because all my Megas are max level that I want. But let's say there was like a Lucario that I've been working on Mega leveling up. I can go ahead and every day come in here, Mega Evolve it to go ahead and get a point. Now, some people wait until it's a free Mega. Sometimes you can go ahead and Mega Evolve it right away and use Mega Energy. It's up to you, but that's a tag I recommend having. Next tag is a power up tag. I have one right here. This is going to be all the Pokemon you want to go ahead and power up. This is great, especially when it comes to power up tasks. I know a lot of people like to power up, super cheap power ups that only cost like 200 Stardust each, etc. But I recommend having a power up tag, a bunch of Pokemon in that you can just quickly come in and be like, oh, I got to power up Pokemon 5 times. Let me just power up this Diancie 5 times. Very good tag to have, especially on different projects you're working on, different Pokemon you want to slowly power up or plan on just doing it all at once. Now on screen, I'm going to put a search thread. This is the search thread to go ahead and use to search up all of your 1,000 Stardust to purify Pokemon. These are Pokemon that only cost 1,000 Stardust to purify. And what I recommend doing is going ahead and tagging all these Pokemon in 1,000 Stardust to purify tag. You can call it 1,000 Dust if you want. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. In this tag, I'll go ahead and add Pokemon like Pidgey and Shadow. Pidgey and Shadow is 1,000 Stardust to purify. Now, obviously, I'm going to keep this Pidgey because it's decent IVs, but I have a bunch of Shadow Pokemon in here. So when it comes to purifying tasks, I can quickly come in here and purify these. Or if I just want to, do some purifying for the Purifier badge, all these Pokemon are the cheapest to purify because 1,000 Stardust is the cheapest to purify. Usually gets a lot more expensive and you have them in a tag. You can also just search the search thread if you don't have to keep updating it, but it's an option. PvP tags, one of my favorite. Great League tag, showing me all my Pokemon that are powered up and double move for Great League. I have 192 Great League Pokemon. Wow, that is a lot. Also, you can obviously have one for the Ultra League. You can have one for the Master League. You can even have one for the Little Cup if you'd like. PvP, if you're into PvP, this is an essential tag to have when you're building your teams. This is where you're looking for all of your top Pokemon to use. You can have a best buddy tag. I prefer to just come in here and search buddy 5. That'll show you all your best buddies. But of course, you can go ahead and tag all of these if you'd like to tag all your best buddies. One new tag that I added was a trade bait tag. So this is a tag that I'm going to have like rare or harder to get Pokemon that people will sometimes just ask for, not generally as a special trade maybe, but just like, they want them. For example, regionals are in here. I have a bunch of LA background Palkias with Spatial Ren. Those are pretty cool. People might want those, even if they're not shiny. You have regionals like Mr. Mime. You have like Rotom, which is a rare Pokemon, which by myself, I probably wouldn't really do much with, but people might want them. For example, this non-shiny Sleeping Cap Snorlax, a pretty rare trade. For example, this female Salandit that I don't really need. I can go ahead and trade those away. So when you go to events and stuff, they'd be cool to trade. For example, all these like rare Furfrou trims, all of that stuff. I have a Pika Libre in here, which is kind of wild. But anyway, I recommend having a trade bait tag. So sometimes if you're doing a trade with someone, you can even put shinies in here. I recommend not, but you can be like, oh, I also have all of these if you'd like. Now, trade tag is a very simple one, searching and typing trade. These are all Pokemon you you want to trade away for XL candies. Very useful as well, because when you go into the trade search bar, you can just search trade. It'll show you all the Pokemon in here, and you can go ahead and trade those away, especially during a season like this where it's guaranteed XL candies for trades. Now, something I don't have that I kind of want to add is a gems tag. I know a lot of people have these, but these are just like important Pokemon to you. For example, I have this Gibble called a $150 Gibble. This is when Shiny Gibble first came out in raids. I spent over $150 to get this Shiny Gibble. Granted, it's not very rare now, but to me, it's important. To me, it's a gem. To me, it has meaning. So I'd put it in my gems tag. You can obviously put Pokemon that are, not maybe as rare, but they just have special meaning to you in your gems tag. On the other hand, you can also have a flex tag, which is just going to be more of a flex tag. So if your friends are like, oh, what do you have? Well, in here, you can go ahead and put your Shundos. I can go ahead and put my Shundo Marigold, or you can put even just rare Pokemon that are like hard to get. For example, this Dragonite, which is a 98 Shadow, super, super rare. Put it in the flex. You can go ahead and flex to your friends. A Gym Defender's tag, if a lot of people like to do this, but if you are dropping in gyms, you can have a Gym Defender tag. So you can go ahead and quickly search a bunch of Gym Defenders. This tag will probably most likely just be filled with a bunch of Chanseys, because Chansey is the best Gym Defender, but you can quickly search if you're dropping in a Gym's Defender, and your Gym Defender tag is there. Some people even like to have raid attackers of each type, which I think is a little excessive, but if you want to have like your top grass type attackers in a tag, for example, like Kartana, Zarude, I think Kartana just recently got nerfed, but Meowscarada, all that stuff. Oh, a Sunkern made it in somehow. Okay, Sunkern is the top grass attacker now. You can obviously throw those all in a tag. By the way, on screen is going to be the most amount of tags you can go ahead and have. So do note that when you're making these tags, because obviously there's 18 types. There's a bunch of types. I think there's, I don't know, 100%. There's a bunch of types. So you might not obviously be able to fit them all. Transfer tag. This is a very common one. People during 2x transfer candy events, when they go through their Pokemon, they can tag it in a transfer tag like this. So then when the 2x transfer candy event comes in, you can come into your tag, go ahead, select all, transfer all, and take advantage of that 2x transfer, or maybe even 3x transfer candy bonus. Power up tag. Some people like to have this, but you go ahead and power up Pokemon to level 50 or level 40. You can tag them all. For example, all my top Pokemon here, these are all powered up to level 50. I can tag them in a level 50 power up tag. Again, I don't really find this as useful. Like, what are you really going to do? You can just search by CP. Generally, your higher CP Pokemon are the most powered up. Small Magikarps and Rattatas. We're gonna call this Carp and Rat. If you don't know, there's a badge where you need to catch 1,000 small Rattatas or 1,000 small Magikarps. What people can do is you can go ahead and trade away those Pokemon, and it still counts as a point towards that medal. So people will sometimes tag, I don't think I have any right now, small Rats or Magikarps or big Magikarps, but you can go ahead and tag them. So when someone's like, hey, I need some small Rats or big Carps, I don't know if someone ever, that's a weird sentence to say to someone, you can obviously access them in your tag. You can also have a cheap evolve tag. On screen is going to be a search bar showing you all of the Pokemon that cost 12 candies to evolve from Pokemon Go. You can search this. These Pokemon are going to be super cheap to evolve, and you can even throw them in a tag. Again, I prefer the search bar because it'll auto-populate when you catch more. But again, if you want to tag them, that's up to you. You can have a frustration tag. Now, I much prefer to search at frustration in your search bar, and this will show you all your Pokemon with the move frustration. So when a Team Rocket event comes and you want to go ahead and remove frustration from these Pokemon, you can go ahead and come in here, go ahead and hit items, charge jam, and remove frustration, etc., etc. And some people prefer to tag them. Again, I prefer to just search at frustration because it auto-populates with new things you caught, but if that's an option, if you want to do. Finally, evolve for legacy moves, in my opinion, is probably one of the best tags you can go ahead and have. If you don't know, at the end of the year in December, we have December Calm Day, which you can evolve any of the past 2 years of December Pokemon or of Community Day Pokemon to get their legacy moves on them. It can be great to make a tag for this, so you know at the end of the year, you can go through and evolve all these Pokemon and get these moves. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to go through the past 2 years of Community Day Pokemon. I'm gonna link below. It's gonna break down, there's a website which breaks down all the past communities that have happened. Then any of those Pokemon, you can go ahead and evolve. For example, all these Pop Leos here, I can go ahead and tag because I know at the end of this year's Calm Day or the December Calm Day, I can evolve Pop Leo into Primarina to get Hydro Cannon on it. So you can tag it in your end of year evolve tag. Great tag to have, especially because at the end of the year, you want to quickly be evolving all those Pokemon, getting their legacy moves, and not forgetting, because the opportunity to evolve for legacy moves only comes around every once in a while. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, watch the one below and drop in the comment section below what tags you use and what are your favorite tags to use, and take a read down there because there might be some useful information for you. Hopefully this video educated you guys and helped you out. Catch you all next one. Follow for tips. Peace.